protegimur, sicarit benedictus. Welcome everyone, my name is April, and you're very much welcome here at That Witch's Realm. Tonight's reading, we're doing our Yule reading. Yule is about the sun returning and rebirth, and we will be hitting every element, earth, air, fire, water, to see how we can best use this Yuletide energy for our lives. So to start it up, I'll set up the elemental spread, and then I will use a different deck to clarify each element. Now, keep in mind, each element does have the 3 zodiac signs linked to it. But I recommend you watch all, because we all have elemental placements, earth, air, fire, and water, in many different charts. I do the tropical, Vedic, and draconic chart. Those are 3 different aspects that I work with, depending on where you're at in life. Depends on where you fall on that chart, but there we go. We'll do these first. All right, earth. Ooh, light. Hope is but a word casting the unseen. Let there be light where light is but a dream. The light card is about hope, returning of the light, obviously, an increase in energy. So we're going to be utilizing... We'll use this one for the earth. Light and utilizing earth energy for power. Intriguing. The 9 of Pentacles, and doing it by your lonesome, or our lonesomes. These correlate to me as well. I'm getting power within. There's very, very, very strong power within. And someone may very well be seeing the light. Let's get a little more. The 9, another 9, 9, 9. Something's getting ready to be over with here in the earth realm. There's been communication, but it wasn't communication that someone particularly liked here. They didn't like it. It's caused nightmares. It's caused mental strain. I feel like someone's getting to... It's like there's a truth coming. A truth that would help us. The 2 of Pentacles. As above, so below. The earth realm. This is reminding me of being grounded. In order to balance your dark and your light, your yin and your yang, your masculine, your positive, feminine, your positive, your negative, to balance those, because you can't have one without the other. You can't have evil without good, unfortunately. You can't. The world can't just be all positive. Oh, it would be gross with all that toxic positivity. But I feel like as above, so below here. We need to dig a little deeper into grounding ourselves this time of year. Damn Mercury retrograde, I'm telling you. I found a spell, side note, that I'll come out with this week for you guys to help with Mercury retrograde. The communication part, or the talking part, it seems to work with everything else, but every once in a while I do get my words fumbled. But that may very well be because I tend to speak fast as well. But side note, someone here, we really, really need to stay balanced in order for our magic or our lives to go forward in a way that's positive. And I feel like finding that grounding path you know, where everything's still green. Because even though the sun is returning around Christmas or Yule, winter solstice, it's still dark for where I'm at the next couple months, and cold, mind you. Dark and cold, and it's kind of like a rut, I like to call it, like an in-between space, kind of like a liminal space of the seasons. Oh, I didn't like my letter. See, forgetfulness, the light. I didn't like my lantern. And I was just talking about how the light is, the light, the sun comes back, but it's still dark. Classic. Anyways, I thought there's a fox in the background of this card here. Now, fox can be very clever. Some of you may be creators, and this may be a fox trying to steal your ideas. So this is your warning to keep things quiet until you're ready to come out with them. Now, this depends on how you look at people stealing your ideas. If it's just blatantly stolen, you know, that's gross. But I hear readers complain about this all the time. I don't watch readers for readings because I can do my own readings, or, you know, I don't need the answers. But I watch readings because I'm a people watcher. Psychology intrigues me. Intrigues me so much so that I watch other readers, because you can pick up on someone's life. Because a lot of readers out there aren't reading for you, even though they think they are. They're actually projecting themselves into the card. They haven't got past that spot. I don't know about you other readers, but they haven't got past that spot where they can read for themselves, or they can read for anybody else. Me personally, in my practice, I had to learn how to read for myself. Learn when I was projecting myself into those cards before I could read to anybody else. And a lot of readers haven't done that. And ego intrigues me. The blatant ego. But anyways, back to, from people with their readings, but and the shit they come up with. But back to what I was getting at. When people start talking about stuff that I've been talking about. You know, my mission in life for this channel is not to make money, and I think that's where a lot of readers fall into play. They lose sight of why they're doing it. You know, it's all about money. They need to make a living, which I understand, but this practice cannot be all about money. I mean, because you're going to go to the toxic side, and this is not going to be good. But when they're I mark a star every time I hear someone try to copy me or saying what I'm saying, because I get happy because they're preaching what I'm teaching. And ultimately, I just want to spread that joy, you know, spread that in growth and enlightenment from what we can learn in our lives through the practice in tarot. But enough of that rant. Let's pull a few more of these and how we can bring more balance, I feel like, between money and peace. Because if you don't get that balance, I see a lot of other people do some crazy stuff, especially other readers, when they get into that ego. I mean, and if you feel the need to attack somebody, because people are going to comment. And there's going to be people who leave crappy comments. Unfortunately, that's them. If you feel the need to address other people's actions or something on your channel, or address someone's comments, look within, dears, because you're making it all about them. And you need to ask yourself why you feel the need to even react. The Four of Cups. Keep it quiet. Keep it quiet. Yes, because you have everything here. And everything's just going to come to you if you can keep yourself in a grounded spot. Keep that spark of fire going in your head. And there's the 10. The other ones were swords. This is the 10 of Wands. Don't be scared to come out with stuff. If someone's going to steal it, they're going to steal it. There's going to be shady characters. Don't keep that all in. Because when you keep everything in, it is going to come out all at once in an irrational, crappy way. Don't overburden yourself. Look to your ancestors for guides. I'm getting with the lit up standing stones in the background. The Earth. 10 of Chalices. Big turnaround for Earth signs. Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. If you're resonating in that realm, we have purple. Some of you may be working with Hecate. The 10 of Cups, I get spirituality. That is when you start to connect the spiritual realm and the earthly realm. And the first way on the path to doing so would be grounding yourself through the earth. And I'm getting willow trees here. Some of you may be surrounded by willow trees or look into working with the willow tree spirit. But let's move on to air. Ooh, air. Gatherings. Gather, gather, festive witches. Speak of joy and drink 2 wishes. Take 1, take 2, celebrating all blisses. Now, the air position would be where you resonate with your Libra, Gemini, Aquarius placements in the charts that I mentioned. But the gatherings card is about exchange, gifts, and festivity. I feel like this is telling us we need to be, to get out there and associate with people. Some of you may be like me. This made me giggle because I don't like to leave my house. I'm the ultimate Virgo placement with the Hermit because I don't want to be around all those people. Now, it's not particularly because I'm just a horrible person, hate people, blah, 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 like the Grinch. But I'm very sensitive to energies. And when I go around people, I pick up their energy so strong that the majority of them I just don't want to be around. Like I'm getting ready to do, tomorrow is our A Witch's Carol story where I'll speak to spirits. And I have found that the dead lie a lot less than the living. But we still need to surround ourselves with the living. Now, I don't know about you guys, but my kids and I already had our Yule celebration here. But we will be going everywhere the day before Christmas to visit family. So I will be getting out. But this is reminding us to be kind. To get out and just be kind to people here. And something about the full moon, which is the 26th. The full moon is the cold moon. Ooh. Get out during the full moon and do some moon gazing and connect with Source. With the Hierophant card pulling up here. Yes, and the connecting with Source, I'm getting it from the ivy. Ivy grows and will connect things, but the moon, I know it's kind of cold where you're at, so it's kind of hard to moon gaze at the moment. But if you're lucky, you can do it through a window as well. But connecting to moon energy, moon is about emotions. Interesting that came up on this one when this isn't water, but balancing your emotions so that you can be closer to Source, God, Godiverse, the sacred, divine, feminine, and masculine. Because I associate divine with air sign. But you have to be able to balance your emotions to do that. And sometimes you got to dig deep and break past cultural beliefs that you've been raised to know. I was raised in a Christian household. And it took me a very, very long time to get past some of the things I was taught. Now, it did begin me on my journey of, should I say, faith. But ultimately, I only found that God energy or that God presence or communicated with that godlike energy, which I associate as masculine, feminine energy, the highest energy source. I only found that as a kid in nature. No matter how much they drug me to church, what they tried to say, and I had so many questions about that Bible. But ultimately, and I was even baptized at 8, and I remember all the things they said would happen after I was baptized, and I'm like, the way I felt different was, well, they gave me a free Bible. But that baptism came later in life, and it was a metaphorical baptism of going through the waters, waters of the goddess. More magician and the Hierophant and the King of Pentacles. Some of you may be like me and needing to balance that masculine energy with the King of Pentacles and the Magician here. Slow down. Again, a lot of us needs to slow down and take a minute to reflect. Which, shout out to Ivy the Occultist for the 12 Days of Yule video series that she started, because it has made me catch up on my journals, especially with the one coming today. Made me catch up on my journals so that I could reflect, because oftentimes I get so caught up in helping other people that I'll neglect myself. It's a bad habit that I've gotten better at, but you know, no one's perfect. I'm still going to struggle at times. And to calm down and remember, you have everything you need to create what you want. Okay? You have it all here. And there's the King of Cups, what I say about balancing the emotions and stuff. Now, the King of Cups shows no emotions. Kind of like me and the Hermit. You know, not wanting to go out. But they have a balance. They just know when it's called for. Because there's some people who's all emotional. There has to be that happy medium. We'll get one more for the air. More on the Magician. Temperance. My fire and ice. The Temperance card, ultimately, is about alchemizing, like I said, the spiritual realm and the physical realm, to bring that happy joy, to bring that spirituality, to bring that right mindset to attain achieve your goals and wishes. And that's definitely happening this season. Okay. Fire. My Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries placements. Finger the spine and caress thy lips. Light the spell spilling from your grip. Candle magic. Intention, prayer, and hope. Love candle magic. Can't tell if those are pomegranates in there or what that is, but candle magic is akin to people saying light a candle and say a prayer. All faiths do it. You know, meditation and prayer to me are kind of one and the same. And I know this because of when I was a child in the woods. I mean, it's just that's how it happened. But wishes. I feel like this is all about wishes. We will use this deck for fire. Someone here may be actually just getting into candle magic, but remember fire safety, guys. Fire safety, fire safety. Let's get more. Ooh, this skip. Okay. Someone's fire magic took a big turn around the harvest season. I'm getting here. Because that's what the tool they use to bring in the harvest, to harvest the hay and all that lovely stuff they need for the winter. We may be being told to use some fire magic to connect with our inner child. If you can connect with your inner child, now of course if you need to heal your inner child, you need to connect with them and heal first. But once you get that healing of the inner child done, Pop-It Magic, FYI, works great for healing the inner child. But when you can reach that inner child happiness, because children are happy and they have a way of seeing things that's so damn intriguing, because they can see things that you can't see it as because you've lost that childlike innocence. See how this correlates with the air? And we need that childlike innocence in life to be happy. The ring, the Ace of Clubs. Yes, it's like someone wants to tell everybody about candle magic. There may be someone here who wants to start their own channel or has recently started their own channel. And they may be a little scared of making mistakes. And that's going to happen. We all make mistakes. But ringing the bells, I keep getting. Ringing the bells, ringing the bells. Fire, fire, fire is about creating. The Rider, the Knight of Hearts. Now, I do associate this card with the Chariot. Candle magic can be used to help travel between realms, for me anyways, if you combine it with water and earth. Like, line them up and do your meditation. That's one of the first times I astral traveled, actually. So you may be being told to do that here, but astral traveling would be very good with connecting with the inner child, because if you get good enough at it, it will take less effort to do it, and you can actually see past life things that have happened in your line, which I did. Just be prepared, because you have to, not only did I see them, but I had to feel it. That was part of the healing process. Like, I felt and saw things that my ancestors had went through that was hideous. Hideous, hideous, and hideous. But a part of that healing, oh, no, 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 no. A part of that is healing. The letter, what else popped out here? Key and snake, yes. Also with astral traveling or going between realms. Now, it is Yule, and Yule and the summer solstice, Litha, are very strong, and the veil is very thin, similar to when it's thin at Halloween around these times, okay? So, the snake, this is my Krampus card. The key and the letter. The crossroads. The key I associate with Hecate, the keeper of the crossroads. She will help you travel those realms. If you work with her, now she has came to me as a white dog, a black dog, a crone, like a hooded crone. But she comes to me and as Lilith through an owl. But she is a keeper of the crossroads. And I feel like working with the other realm or working with death energy would help bring you messages to help heal that inner child. Okay, let's move on to water. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio placements. Feasting. Let us feast upon the nourishing and be thankful for thy feast. Nor here, there yet, everywhere it be. 14. The feasting card is having enough in nourishment and providing. This is making me think the nourishment part. Like I said about the water, that metaphorical baptism of sorts. Let's get more. The Three of Pentacles. Working with water to help nourish your soul. I associate water with goddess energy. It's very cleansing. It's very puring. Even in the old days, I hate to say the old days, but ancient days, they would have ritual baths before, you know, the priests and everything would have ritual baths before entering the temple of its cleansing properties. The Five of Cups. Did we have that? No, it was before it came out. Yes, someone's leaving themselves dry here. We have a fish out of water in the water realm. It's not good. Something that's been worked on, or someone has let someone down here, working together with someone, and it's felt, it's gave a hopeless feeling of sorts. There's the Five of Swords. Yes, betrayal. His face in that card, though. Right? Betrayal. People betray and try to suck our water dry all the time. I don't know, it's hard not to take it personal, but people be people. And they're on their own journey. But let's see how we can protect and move past this energy, moving in the future. One flipped over. The Six of Pentacles. Remembering to be humble and giving, regardless how people treat you. And I know that one's hard. Oh, trust me, I know. But ultimately, when we forgive someone, we forgive them for us, not them at all. Okay? So I feel like being humble will help bring somebody's cleansing, nourishing waters back. Calm their stormy seas down, so to speak. Take them out of the Three of Swords. Take them out of your own pain. Pain, fear, jealousy, all those crappy emotions come from a mindset. It's all in your perspective. It's all in how you see things. And when you use the Temperance card, because changing your perspective is ultimate way, I mean, it's the #1 way to start to balance that feminine, masculine energy. Start to balance that spiritual and physical world in a way to where you can create. To where you can, like I said, get what you want. The Temperance card also goes along with this. I can't ever remember this verse, but how's it go? The Serenity Prayer. How's it go? Where you, well, in a nutshell, it's the Serenity Prayer. It says to, I always have a brain fart when it comes to that freaking verse, man. And I used to have it on a little coin I carried with me everywhere. Give me the strength and the courage to change what you can and to accept what you can't change. And in a nutshell, that's what it says, even though I can't remember the exact wording at said moment. The 6 and the 5s, man. We're at a tipping, changing point. And as I said that, there's the Tower. Water. And it happened to land on this letter to get the messages that you want. This Tower had to happen. And this goes right along with being humble, because healing, like I've said many times before, you'll know you've healed when you can be thankful for these towers and not fight them. Be thankful for things that have happened to you because it's made you who you are today. Now, I've had 3 death experiences. One of them was very much, well, they were all brutal, but the most brutal one being when I was 17. And it wasn't until later on in my life, which I'm 45 now, I'd say, when did I hit this? About my 30s, late 30s, early 40s, of why those things happened. And I'm thankful for them now. So much so, some people think I'm kooky, but, you know, it's not. I don't have to explain myself to anybody. I only have to explain myself to Source. But this tower has to happen. Because without those towers, we can't have change and growth in our life. We can't heal. And then we can't be reborn like the sun is at Yule. And again, with the childlike energy in this card. And most, if you're a witch, a lot of witches have to have that childlike energy about. Because while children believe in magic, most times that changes as they grow. We lose that ability to believe. The Ten of Wands again. Oh, the strife and the burden will be worth it. I feel like the water realm really needed an uplifting on why things happen here. And how to change the perspective. Be like the Queen of Wands. Master that fire. Be the ultimate witch. Know the plan. Enact the plan. And stick to the plan. That's what I'm getting with that. But we will close off with one oracle to grow on. Oh, well, I guess Source says 2. Merriment and family. Family card is about our roots, tradition, and support. The Merriment card is about happiness and following your soul, which will go right along with the Queen of Wands card. Do what makes you happy. Follow that inner light of that inner child. And follow what makes you happy. Remember, the light will be back. It's not all dark, but in that dark, we plant the seed to grow beautiful, beautiful things, dears. Oh, lovely. All right, I'm going to go because I have to work on the 12 days of Yule. But stay tuned. Tomorrow, the 12 days of Yule challenge is divination. So I'll be doing my version of a Christmas Carol, which is Carol Tomorrow, talking to some spirits. But on that note, have a blessed day. Stay humble to stay blessed. And as the universe, so the soul.